So one thing we've really come to like with camping is the flexibility it gives you. At about 8 this morning, we decided to completely change our itinerary. Our plan today was to go to Glacier National Park of Canada and Revelstoke National Park, which would have put us about 4 hours like there and back. We were talking this morning about how cool it'd be to turn this trip into hitting Glacier National Park in the USA on the way home, because we only have like 3 days left until we have to go back to work and all the things. So we're ditching Glacier National Park of Canada and Revelstoke, and we're heading back to the USA today. We are crossing the border in probably less than 2 hours, and you won't believe what happened this morning. So by the time we decided this at about 8 in the morning, I had to kind of work quick to see if I could get a reservation for going to the Sun Road. Otherwise we would have to be in the park on the road by 6 in the morning. And that would have been fine, we would have done that, but I'm like, well, if we can be a little bit more flexible, fine. So it was 8:15, I got service.
You got lucky.
I logged in, went and looked for tickets for tomorrow. Nothing left already. Nothing. I refreshed again. The third refresh, 1 ticket popped up and I grabbed it.
And then I pulled over to get service. I was like,
he pulls over, so I didn't lose service, so I could confirm that 1 ticket for going to the Sun Road for tomorrow.
Got it.
We got it. So this will be our 3rd time in Glacier. It is our favorite national park in the entire USA. We've been to 35 national parks. But yeah, this is one of those we can't get enough of. We're kind of ending Canada right now. So this vlog is going to be kind of a weird mix because we're going to cross the border, we're going to do Glacier, going to the Sun Road, and then I'm going to do the recap of our total expenses once we're done.
Variety pack.
Yeah, the variety pack. It's perfect.
Just ate all of our fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
And so we're ready to go back.
That's right.
So. Don't have to claim anything other than the few beers and some wine.
Yep, exactly. We had to hop online and be like, okay, we're going back to the US. What can we bring with? All the things. So
we didn't think about that before we came. We're like, how do you get into Canada? But we never thought about coming back.
Yeah, it was like last minute. Like, okay, we got all the planning and prepping for Canada, but for the US,
never even thought
didn't even think about it. You just assume you can just go right in. We're American citizens. But they have a few restrictions, so we got that all taken care of. Got rid of our meats and all the things. So we are officially 13 minutes from the border. So we are crossing by, I don't know what it's called. Roosevelt? R-O-O-S. I'll put it on the screen here. Roosevelt. When we crossed into Canada, we were on the other side of Montana. It's kind of by Shelby. I don't remember the name of the town.
Coots.
Coots. Oh yeah, Coots. Or Coats. However you say it.
Coots.
So,
Coots and
different border crossing, back into the US, coming up. I'll put my GoPro down here and record it, and fingers crossed, we have no issues. We are 1 mile from the border. You can see it on the sign here, and that's the line.
Mile-long line.
We have a 1 mile long line in front of us to get back into the USA. We've been sitting here for like 15 minutes, and only like 2 cars have moved. This is taking forever. Well, while we're waiting, we can change everything back to
US.
US.
From metric.
Goodbye metric. Alright, we finally made it up here.
It's almost an hour. It's a good one.
40 minutes later. Here we go.
Tight squeeze. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Not bad. Have you shut off the vehicle and you can roll down the window behind you for me?
Sure.
And where is home? Okay, and where are you folks coming from?
Banff, Jasper, Yoho, just up there for 7 days. So.
Alright. Purchase or acquire anything in Canada coming into the US?
This will be like the only meat we have, just some jerky.
Yeah, otherwise we don't have
other
any.
than that, like a 6-pack of beer, a couple bottles of wine.
Any alcohol, tobacco, or weapons?
Just the 6-pack of beer and some 2 bottles of wine.
Okay.
No weapons, no nothing.
Any fresh fruits, plants, meats, vegetables?
No.
Eggs, chicken?
No.
Nope.
Monies in excess of $10,000?
Nope.
No.
Where are you headed to now?
We're going down to Glacier National Park tomorrow, so, and then home after that.
Anybody else in the vehicle or camper besides you two?
Just us.
Pets, anything like that?
No pets, no.
Alright, folks, have a good day.
Thank you so much.
watching other people like that have been in line by us, they got pulled over and searched. We did not. So we are pretty lucky to be in a campsite right now, Dispersed campsite, 10 minutes from the entrance of Glacier National Park.
That's nice. Quick drive.
Friday night, middle of summer. We knew it would be really busy.
This is the last spot on the road.
The last spot of the road. We passed, what, 12, 15
yeah, something like that.
sites before we literally were getting to the end of the road and we're like, we're gonna have to turn around and go find something else.
And the last one. It's not the greatest site.
No.
It's a bit slanted.
Yep.
But it works.
If you are heading to Glacier National Park and you're looking for dispersed camping, just come prepared. It's probably gonna be pretty full, but for all my YouTube Boondock members, I will be posting the coordinates to our site and the area we are in the community page, so stay tuned for that.
We were gonna go out to eat tonight, but just didn't work out. Got into town a little bit too early, so instead, when we were grocery shopping, we just picked up some penne pasta, some meatballs, some pasta sauce, and a salad. So we're cooking in the woods tonight.
Vince even found some Italian music on Spotify, and we have outdoor speakers on our camper, so we have Italian music playing too. We're in Glacier National Park, our favorite park in the USA.
We decided we weren't going to do any crazy recording in the park. We just wanted to drive the beautiful Going to the Sun Road, hit all of our favorite stops, and just enjoy the last full day of our trip.
It still pulls at the heartstrings. It felt so good being back here. It's like the feeling of being back home. Your heart is so happy and full. No matter how many times we drive through Glacier, it always gives us goosebumps from all its dramatic beauty.
Although we haven't been to all the national parks in the US yet, it will be hard to beat this national park as being our favorite.
Well, we are back home here in Colorado.
Congratulations if you made it this far in the video series.
Yeah, episode 7, congratulations.
It's a lot of content.
Yes, but I hope you've enjoyed this series. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, I'm going to do the final cost breakdown at the end of this vlog, and here we are.
Yeah.
We're ready to do it.
What did it cost us?
Yeah.
Who knows? I'll see.
So just a really quick recap of what ended up happening with this trip, where we ended up going. So we left home here in Colorado.
And drove through Wyoming and Montana,
and
heading
then,
north.
Yep, and then into Canada. And we had Banff, and then went all the way north to Jasper. That was as far north as we went.
And then we came back home through Glacier National Park.
Yep, and that all ended up being 12 days total.
We ended up putting 3,300 miles total in the whole trip.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, not bad. I was actually thinking it was going to be a little bit more, but
closer to 4 or something, yeah.
We came in well under 4. So if you've watched my previous series, you know I have a travel spend app, it's called, on my phone, where I track all the expenses. Because on these bigger trips, I love honing in and seeing how much we end up spending.
Kind of compare it to like if we flew somewhere or something.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's so interesting comparing.
It's usually way cheaper.
Oh my gosh, it's so much cheaper than flying in, getting a car rental, hotel accommodations, which if you are not familiar, Canadian Rockies hotels,
$400 or $500
minimum.
Canadian dollars. Yeah.
Minimum, and that's for like 2-star hotels. If you're wanting like four or five, it's like up to $800 a night. Crazy money.
And they can be far away from the sites too, so you have to drive hours every day
Yep.
to get where you want to be.
Yep, and that's the biggest thing we learned on this trip is the campsites were in such prime locations. All the campgrounds we stayed at.
I trade the stress of the airport with driving. The free feeling of driving is better than waiting at the airport and dealing with all the crowds. And
yeah, we used to be all about flying everywhere and doing the car rental hotel thing, but this camper has truly changed our way of travel in our life and how we enjoy traveling for sure.
A lot more freedom.
Yeah. In total for 12 days, this includes all our gas, national park fees, campsites, propane fill-ups, groceries,
all the
some
details.
of the dining out, like every little thing we ended up spending was tracked. So,
the app, right?
Yep, on the app, travel spend. So, in total for 12 days to the Canadian Rockies, we spent a total of
$2,372.58 to be precise.
wow. So that equals out to $197 a day for 2 people. You guys, that is so inexpensive for the Canadian Rockies. Our truck camping trips have really been blowing our mind on how little you can travel for so long and stay in better locations, be able to experience and see more things just because of the locations you're able to get to and stay in. And that's it, you guys. That's a wrap.
That's all the juicy financial details.
That's it. And I hope you found this series helpful. If you're planning a trip to Canadian Rockies, either if it's this summer or next, we tried to share as much as we could of all the things we did, where we stayed, and yeah.
Get there. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Crazy scenic.
We'll be back. We'll be back one day, and we will see you guys in our next vlog. We are heading to a national park.
Of course.
Of course. One we haven't been to for a very long time, though.
Been there, but a long time.
Long time ago. So, all right, we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.